Welcome everyone to a very special explainer from Revival Waves of Glory Ministries. I am so excited for what we're diving into today. We're going to journey back to the very beginning, guided by Vincent's incredible book, The Wonderful World. This is his powerful retelling of the creation story from Genesis. So get ready, because we're about to go on a magnificent adventure, starting from absolute nothing and ending with a universe just bursting with life and purpose.
Just try to wrap your head around that. Let's really set the scene here. There's this profound silence, a huge, formless void where nothing exists, not light, not sound, not even time. The book uses this line to paint a picture of the ultimate blank canvas. It's from this absolute, total nothing that a masterpiece of unimaginable scale is about to be created.
Okay, so out of that vast emptiness, we get to day one. This is the moment everything changes. The silence is finally broken, and the transformation from chaos to cosmos begins. And it doesn't start with a struggle or a big bang. It starts with a single, powerful, effortless command.
Can you just imagine the power in those 4 words? It wasn't a slow, creeping dawn. Bam! Instantly, this brilliant burst of light just floods the entire void, scattering the darkness completely. Now, this light, it's so much more than just illumination. It's the introduction of goodness, of truth, of clarity into the universe. It's literally the first requirement for life. And God saw this new creation, this light, and He affirmed that it was perfect, it was good.
But here's what's so cool. It wasn't just about creating light. It was about creating order. By separating the light from the darkness and giving them names, day and night, God established the very first rhythm of the universe. Think about it. This simple cycle gives a structure to all of life. It gives us a time for activity and a time for rest. It's like the foundational heartbeat that the rest of creation is going to move to.
All right, so with that basic rhythm of day and night established, the building phase really kicks into high gear. Over these next 2 days, the focus shifts to shaping the physical world, taking all those formless elements and giving them incredible structure and definition.
On the second day, all that divine attention turns to the huge expanse of water that was covering everything. And with another command, this incredible space is created, what we call the sky. The book explains it as this amazing act of separation. You've got the waters above, which, will become our clouds and rain, and they're divided from the waters below, our future oceans and lakes. This creates our atmosphere, a kind of protective dome that not only gives us air to breathe, but also sets up this majestic canvas for the sun, moon, and stars. This timeline just shows the incredible, logical way this all unfolds. In just 3 days, we've gone from a completely empty void to a structured world. Look at the sequence. It makes perfect sense. First light, then the sky, and then the land. On that third day, the waters are commanded to gather together, and for the very first time, dry ground appears. God calls the ground land and the water seas, and once again, He sees that His work is good. The stage is now perfectly set for life to appear.
And get this, the very moment that land appeared, it wasn't left empty and barren. It was immediately commanded to just burst forth with life. And look at how rich this life was. We're talking plants for food, trees bearing fruit with seeds for future generations, vibrant flowers, and lush green grasses. The world is instantly transformed into this beautiful, self-sustaining garden, totally ready to support all the creatures that would soon call it home. So the earth is now formed, it's flourishing, and the creation starts expanding outward. On the 4th day, that great big sky that was created back on day 2 is about to be filled with the most magnificent lights, and each one is designed with its own specific, glorious purpose.
The process is just beautiful. First, the greater light to rule the day, the sun, which is basically the engine of our world, bringing all that warmth and energy. Then, the lesser light to govern the night, the moon, a gentle guardian in the darkness. And then, for the finishing touch, the heavens are just scattered with a countless number of stars, turning the night sky into this breathtaking spectacle.
And their purpose goes so far beyond just providing light. The sun literally drives life itself. The moon adds beauty and governs the tides. And the stars? They were set in the sky as signs, a kind of celestial clock and calendar to help us mark sacred times and measure our days and years. This amazing level of purposeful design is a huge theme in Vincent's retelling. For more wonderful insights just like this, you can explore his work at revivalwavesofgloryministries.com. Okay, the world is perfectly formed, it's lit, it's ordered. And now it's time for the grand crescendo. These next 2 days are going to witness an absolute explosion of life, as the seas, the skies, and the land become home to this incredible, diverse array of living, breathing creatures.
So, on the 5th day, the command goes out for the waters to just teem with living creatures, and for birds to fill the skies. And instantly, the silent oceans just come alive with everything from the smallest fish to the most majestic whales. And at the very same time, the air is filled with the songs and flight of every kind of bird. And right here, God gives his very first blessing to living things, telling them to be fruitful and multiply, to fill the earth with sound and motion.
Day 6 reveals a really fascinating progression. First, God fills the land with all kinds of animals, livestock, wild beasts, all the creatures that crawl on the ground. But then comes the absolute pinnacle of creation, humankind. And the distinction here is profound. Humans are not just made according to their kind, they are uniquely created in the very image and likeness of God. This points to a special capacity for reason, for creativity, for relationship, and for purpose.
This quote, it captures both a blessing and a commission given to the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve. They are told to fill the earth, but also to subdue it, and to rule over every living thing. Now, this isn't a license to exploit the world. No way. It's a call to be loving stewards, a sacred trust to care for and protect the creation, just as the Creator himself does.
So, after 6 days of just breathtaking creative work, the universe is complete. It's finished, it's perfect. But the story isn't quite over. This final day introduces a holy pattern for our lives, and humanity is placed in the perfect home to begin their journey.
On the 7th day, God rests. And the book makes a really important point here. This isn't because God was tired. It's to set a powerful and eternal example for us. He blesses this day and declares it holy, establishing this rhythm of work and rest. It's a divine model for us, teaching us how important it is to pause, to reflect, to appreciate, and to connect with our Creator. It's truly a gift of peace and balance.
And humanity's very first home, it was a place specially prepared just for them, the Garden of Eden. The book describes it as a true paradise, a place of just breathtaking beauty, of total peace, where all of creation lived in perfect harmony. It was a place where Adam and Eve could literally walk and talk with their Creator in perfect fellowship.
Now, right in the center of this perfect garden stood 2 very special trees. The tree of life was a symbol of God's sustaining blessing and eternal fellowship. But the second tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, well, that represented a choice. It came with the one and only prohibition in this world of freedom, a test of trust and obedience. It was the choice between a life sustained by God or a life defined by self.
This is the final divine assessment. And notice the word here. It's not just good, it's very good. That signifies absolute perfection, flawless harmony. Every star, every leaf, every single creature worked together exactly as it was designed to. The universe was a finished, magnificent masterpiece.
And that brings us right back to here and now. Why does this ancient story still resonate so powerfully today? Well, because it's not just a story about where we came from, it's a story that defines our place in the world. That responsibility of stewardship, that job given to us in that perfect garden, has been passed down through all the generations. It's a timeless reminder that we are not just residents on this planet, we are its appointed caretakers.
And so we'll wrap up with this profound question from the book. It's a personal call to action for every single one of us. When we really reflect on the beauty, the order, and the sheer intentionality of creation, it should inspire us to cherish it and to protect it. So in our own lives, with our actions both big and small, how can we honor the incredible gift of this wonderful world? To explore more from Bill, Vincent, and Revival Waves of Glory Ministries, make sure you visit revivalwavesofgloryministries.com. Thank you so much for listening to the Deep Dive Podcast.